What's up, my ninjas? Today we are going to be taking a look at the Star Wars, the Black Series, The Mandalorian, Bo-Katan, Kryze. She is such an amazing character in the show Clone Wars, Rebels, and The Mandalorian. So here's her in the front of the box. Here's one side of the box. Here's another side of the box with some very cool art, very detailed artwork. Let's take a look at that. So here we got Bo-Katan in her Mandalorian armor. And we got, I think, the rest of Death Watch flying overhead. Or maybe that one might be Din Djarin. Either way, it's some really interesting artwork. And here is the back of the box. I, of course, will give you guys 5 seconds to read it. Pause it if you need more time. Read it? Good. And here's the bottom of the box, and no one cares about it. Here's the top. But anyways, let's get this figure opened. I like these new boxes. I'm going to need a minute. Now that we got the figure out of the packaging, let's take a closer look at her details. So first, the face. It looks really amazing. It looks just like Bo-Katan, how she did in The Mandalorian, and probably even in as good as Rebels or the Clone Wars. Well, I gotta say, she looks really good, and her little Mandalorian headpiece here, I don't know what's for it, but it's there, and it looks really nice. And her hair looks really good with some sculpted waves, making it look like individual pieces, like some chunks of hair. Very nice looking. And here we have her boob armor, where I don't know why, but people on Twitter got mad for her having boob armor, which, I mean, she's a woman warrior, so I think it's natural. But yeah, we got her armor. We got the Death Watch symbol here, or I'm not sure if that's Death Watch, but some type of symbol. And I do remember back in the Clone Wars, she was the leader of Death Watch, or was one of the leaders. And we have a hole here for her jetpack. We'll get to that in a minute. Some more armor, like a little armor piece here. Some sculpted wrinkles for her shirt. Another symbol here, same as the other side. And here we have a little flamethrower or wrist rockets, or maybe it might be the whistling birds. Mandalorians are filled with weapons. Mandalorian armor. Maybe it might be like a little gun. Yeah, because I think I've seen her use it in that one episode. And here is where we're supposed to get her pop-out blade, but she does not, unfortunately, does not come with a knife, although that would be pretty cool if she did. And here we have a belt with some pouches, probably holding grenades and stuff. And we have her holsters for her and blasters. We'll get to that in a minute. We got her pants with some sculpted wrinkles here. And some knee armor. And some shin armor. And in the bottom, not much going on. But overall, I think that this is a pretty good looking Bo-Katan figure. Very well detailed on the face and the whole armor piece. Everything looks nice. And as you can see, the paint is all scratched up like it's been through many battles. Well, because it has. The Siege of Mandalore, taking over Mandalore against Gar Saxon, fighting against the Empire. This armor's been through a lot. And it shows with the withering paint and whatnot. And I gotta say, it looks really cool. But that's about it for her details. Now let's move on to her accessories. And over here we have her accessories. She comes with a little bit, so let's get into it. So first we have her helmet, which I gotta say looks really well painted and well detailed. This just screams Bo-Katan. That's a little oh shit, the little antenna visor thing moves and it goes over her eye. Kinda like how Boba Fett's moves too. Or any other Mandalorian for that matter. Very nice paint all around the helmet, especially the face parts. And as you can see, it has scratches here, seeing its fair share of battles. And then the inside is hollow. So you just simply slide down her head like so. And there we go, we got Bo-Katan with her helmet. And I gotta say, she looks damn good. Next, we have her jetpack. You can see a little peg where we're supposed to plug it in. It's nice and blue. It has a cool rocket here, which unfortunately doesn't launch, but you know the rocket is there. And you could see the little thruster here, the little jet engine for her to fly. And it's painted very nicely. And there's a little antenna here, I guess for long-range communications, who knows. And what you get, you just plug it in like so. There we go. And I guess she looks pretty badass with that. Nice. Although it does look a little small. It looks like, it kind of looks like a kiddie backpack. Maybe if it was a little longer. I mean, it looks fine, but to me, it just looks a little small. Although I'm not sure if that's accurate to the show or not. It just looks a little too small. To me, at least. And here we have her two Mandalorian pistols, which are painted nicely, and they have a unique shape to them, because they're exclusive to only Mandalorians. And the way you holster them is like this. You just put them in, you just holster one blaster here, and the other blaster here. And she does hold on to them quite well as well. Although, nah, they look good. They won't fall off, even when they're in their even when they're in her holster. You shake it, and the blaster will not fall out. So I think that's pretty cool. But anyways, that's about it for accessories. Now let's move on to her articulation. Moving on to her articulation, we'll start from head to toe. So she could look up. Not really much, because her hair is blocking the back of her neck. So she really can't look up. I mean, she could look up a little bit, but not much. She could look down. Pretty alright. Not the best. Can move the same with her helmet on. I mean, let's align her chin. Alright. I mean, it can move pretty alright with the helmet on. Next, for her arms, we'll go out this way. They'll go out pretty far out, 90 degrees. Bicep swivel here. And we get a single jointed elbow that bends to a 90-degree angle, pretty alright. Then for wrist, we do get a swivel here and a wrist hinge, which is what we typically get with Black Series figures. And for her leg articulation, no, first torso, she could bend back a little bit this way. She could bend forward, not much, just a bit. Side to side, she could do a little bit of pretty alright. And 360, yes, she can. Don't know why you want her to do that, but she can if you want her to. Oh, cool! There's more Beskar armor under her holster. So here we have a thigh swivel here. She could almost do the splits, not all the way, but she's pretty close. Very flexible for Mandalorian. Yeah. She could kick forward this much. She could kick back all the way, pretty much all the way, so that's pretty cool. As I said before, she has a thigh swivel here, which is cut here. And her armor moves as well. Pretty cool. Oh shit, that's pretty cool. We also get knee swivel. Look at this. We get knee swivel. That's pretty cool. Oh yeah, we get a single jointed knee that bends back 90 degrees. Pretty cool, but damn, that's pretty cool. It's like she could break her own leg. But yeah, that's pretty cool actually. Ankle articulation. She could bend all the way down, like straight down, 90-degree down. And bending up, she could not go that much, but a pretty decent amount. And the bottom of the shoe is actually not connected to the joint, so it has more range. And for pivots, pretty alright pivot here. But yeah, she has some amazing articulation. Now let's move on to final thoughts. Moving on to final thoughts, this is an amazing figure. At first, when I first saw the reviews, I thought, I wasn't probably gonna get. I thought I was just gonna skip on this figure. But when I saw it on the shelf, I thought, oh, and when I had the box in my hand, I was like, damn, this figure looks pretty good. So I got her. Now you're probably wondering, where do I get my figures? Well, as always, I get them at Mr. Wayne's Pop Culture Collectibles. I'll try to put their information in the description below. But anyways, I think it's a pretty solid figure. I would rank it a 9 out of 10. A solid 9 out of 10. The paint is absolutely amazing. It doesn't look clean. It's withered. It's chipped. It's worn, war-torn. And I just gotta say, it looks pretty accurate to Bo-Katan's character, as she's been through many battles. My only complaint is I wish she came with a wrist knife. If she did, then that would have made this figure a whole lot better. But unfortunately, she didn't. But this is a pretty solid figure. I highly would recommend it to if you're collecting figures from The Mandalorian, or maybe trying to build a ghost crew like from Star Wars Rebels. Then I would highly recommend this figure. But as anyways, guys, if you did enjoy this video and you want to see more of this, be sure to hit the like, comment down below what you think of this figure, of the character even. And yeah, I'll see you guys next time. See ya.